The stats are striking. According to the CDC, at least 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 20 boys in the United States will experience child sex abuse.
It's trauma. Child abuse pediatrician Dr. Antonia Chiesa says that impacts how a child's brain develops.
If you have to spend a lot of time thinking about how am I going to survive, or you're always hypervigilant, focused on some threat, then you don't have the opportunity for your brain to develop those other skills that are so important, like regulating your emotion or how you build interpersonal relationships.
It could also lead to long-term health consequences like post-traumatic stress disorder, substance use disorder, self-harm, and suicide.
Today, we're going to share one family story that includes discussion of suicide, not as a warning, but a chance to learn.
Because, as Dr. Chiesa says, survivors can go on to lead healthy and exceptional lives in recovery.
I just really want to emphasize that kids can heal and get beyond their experience of sexual abuse.
As we do with stories that discuss suicide, if you or a loved one needs help, you can call or text the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988.
In addition to the number on your screen, organizations across the country dedicate hours and dollars to ensure people struggling with suicidal thoughts get the help they need.
The founder of one nonprofit says her passion to connect people in crisis to therapy stems from her own personal loss.
We head to Las Vegas, where reporter Evan Leake introduces us to her and the Cashley Foundation.
I love this one. That one's absolutely beautiful.
A proud mom admiring her child's work.
She did this one October 2022.
Lana Gruelle, forever blown away by the creative mind of her daughter Cashley.
She was artistic and was a self-taught artist. She was very empathetic. When she met someone that needed help, that wasn't one of the popular kids or something like that, she was drawn to them.
She had the sweetest little profile, such a sweetheart.
Pictures and paintings are all Lana has left to latch onto after Cashley died by suicide 3 years ago.
She was central. Everybody kind of revolved around her from the day she was born. You know, when that's missing, it just changes the entire dynamic of everything.
The center of her world, gone at just 20 years old. Nearly 3 years later, Lana is still grieving, but she's also trying to give back.
Cashley was a vibrant soul, full of dreams and laughter, but beneath her radiant smile, she carried the heavy burden of childhood sexual abuse.
Lana is sharing her daughter's story to help people struggling with their mental health through a nonprofit appropriately named the Cashley Foundation.
I talk about what happened to Cashley and what she struggled with. Somebody else that struggled with the same thing or has a child that struggled with the same issue might, feel like they aren't alone and that they have to hide, and that maybe they spoke up and asked for help and found resources that now I know are available that could possibly save their life.
According to the CashleyFoundation.org, its mission is to connect young people to free telehealth talk therapy.
Dr. Chiesa, who we heard from earlier, says the most critical element to help a child heal after abuse is a supportive family.
In studies of prognosis for people who have experienced sexual abuse, one of the strongest prognostic factors is a caregiver who believed them, supported them, and then protected them.
There are steps parents can take to protect their children from this crime. Dr. Chiesa says that should start early with age-appropriate conversations about body safety.
We start teaching kids early that their private parts are private, and that can naturally come up in situations like during bath time or toileting.
She says it's important to continue that conversation as children get older to introduce topics such as dating. Letting teens know the parent is a safe space for questions, or if they stumble onto something online, they will not ever be in trouble.